You don't intend on admitting to your wrongs. You leave me no choice. Wait, Uncle Hio, I want to ask him something. There were quite a few interesting records when I was organizing the documents today. You were on escort missions a total of 15 times during the last 2 years. We failed 10 of them, and every time, we had to pay outrageous fees for it. That's not all. There are quite a lot of strange points when you look at the missions you were a part of. I wonder how that came to be. I tried my best each time but failed. That's all I can tell you. That's not good enough of an answer. Are these all related to me? There's quite a lot. I see. I thought you were just a kid. Seems like I've underestimated you. You realized something was going on with just this? You're smarter than I thought. That makes things certain. I thought of you as family even though we didn't share any blood. Family, nonsense, people change. There's no need to hesitate. What a shame. Waran. Why did you do it, Uncle Hio? I wonder how long the Dragon Peak Escort Agency will hold on. That is what I asked myself when the gentleman's sword fell ill. Will the young Jew Waran lead the agency all right? We're already in a bad enough financial state as is, so why did it have to be now of all times? We might have to shut down the agency. Then what are we to do with all these people under our care? What about me? What about my family? I dedicated my entire life to this organization, but what do I have to show for it? I need to get something out of this before it's too late. For the last 2 years, I gave the Zhongnan sect information on the missions in return for payment, and I snuck valuables and money, covering them up as mistakes. The tables turned with the appearance of Jin Taekyung, but I had already stolen an enormous amount of money. If the Dragon Peak Escort Agency righted itself again through this incident, it would give me more power, so I wouldn't be losing anything. I just needed to frame Song Ilseum as a traitor so that he could take all the responsibility then kill him. But, how did she find out? I thought I had done a perfect job. What do I do? Should I play dumb? No, I know her. She only uses violence when she's certain about things. There is only one way out of this. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Please spare me. Please, Uncle. At least give me an excuse for why you did it, why you just had to. Well, I hate to say it, but I was bribed before. But with your father suddenly falling ill, the Zhongnan sect approached me, and I was afraid that I'd be abandoned. I didn't want to leave this place since I had dedicated my entire life to the agency, and I believed the Zhongnan sect's promise that they wouldn't hurt you. I decided to just help them out once, but it was like a swamp. Is that true? How could I lie to you? Please forgive me. I did it. She'll spare me now. How did you swap out the 1,000-year snow ginseng? I wasn't away from it ever. That's the day we arrived in Xi'an. I mixed some drugs into the food. A small amount was enough since everyone was tired. So that's why you were standing in front of my room that day. I had to be careful to not make noise even when leaving. Because that bastard, escort leader Song was awake even after taking the drugs. I was wondering why I was so tired that day. Try using something better next time, although I don't know if you'll get a next time. But it was because that old man Huang Boum threatened me. He said that he'd kill me and my entire family and bring down the Dragon Peak Escort Agency if I didn't swap the 1,000-year snow ginseng. I just wanted to protect everyone. No, in the end, that was a choice you deliberately made, Uncle. Father used to tell me that with decisions come consequences. Wait. No, this can't be. She can't do this to me. Waran, please. Give me just one last chance. I am your father's sole brother and your uncle. I'm sure he would have spared me. You're right. Father would have probably forgiven you. However, Uncle Hio, no, head escort leader Hio Jun, I'm not the gentleman sword Ju Hogan. I'm the hidden dagger flower Ju Waran. I'm glad I was able to treat you all for saving us before you left. But you're not eating much, Grandmaster Jean. Is the food not to your liking? What do you mean? I already had 2 bowls worth of rice with all this. Can you not call me Grandmaster? That's strange. It looks like you didn't have much. It's just relative. Look at those guys. They're basically waging a war against the food. Fifth it though good. This place has great food. Do you think I can pack the leftovers to share with the other members of the beggar sect? Mujin and I are the normal ones, and he eats the least too. Of course, they can come any time they want but not too often. I've said it for the last 10 years, but this place's food is too salty. Salty and spicy dishes weigh down the body. He's got such a strange personality. But he doesn't seem like a dangerous person. What? Do you have something to say to me? No, I was just thinking about who you are. I don't understand why you would want to know that. There isn't anything special. My family happens to have relations with the Dragon Peak Escort Agency. To be exact, my father was greatly indebted to them. Could I ask what his name was? Song Pyosin. Song Pyosin. I don't recall ever hearing that name. I'm not surprised. It happened almost 50 years ago. 50. During the Great War of Good and Evil, the Jin family of Guangdong is a clan that disappeared because of the war. The only survivor of the family who made it out thanks to the help of the escort king Zhu Gongsan was afraid of the people of Murim's greed and gave her child her last name instead. Then you're the Jin family of Guangdong. My master used to speak of the escort king's 10,000-mile escort. You're the kid from that story. Did you listen to him through your damn nose? That child was his father. Stop talking while chewing too. I heard from father that grandfather used to want to know how the Jin family of Guangdong was doing even on his deathbed. But couldn't track them down. I heard that my grandmother was devastated about it too. The escort king gave back this jade hairpin that he had received as payment, but she had to run away with my father without even a letter to leave behind. But why? It was dangerous. Nom nom, the martial texts of the Jin family of Guangdong were all burned away, but people did not believe it. Though if you were a part of the orthodox Murim's powerful, greed plagues both the orthodox and unorthodox Murim. There were those even the escort king could not defeat among those who wanted the martial techniques of the Jin family. If the Jin family of Guangdong lost their martial arts, how were you able to become so strong? The year I turned 10, my grandmother died from sickness, and the next year, my parents did as well. What could an 11-year-old do? I was strangely so untalented at begging. What the hell are you looking at? So I had to make a measly living by being a sword porter. Holding swords for people. I thought only the filthy rich people hired them. Surprisingly enough, it's actually the vagabonds who hire sword porters the most. Usually, they just use sword porters as errand boys and as a meat shield when necessary. Yes, it was not a positive experience. I had to endure all kinds of verbal and physical abuse and pick up weapons on the battlefield with arrows raining down. Then one day, the vagabond that hired me ran off without me, so I had to hide among corpses for 4 days. I managed to find the vagabond that had hired me, but he said some nonsense about how I only had 2 swords of his rather than 3 and told me to fuck off if I didn't want to die. Of course, I wasn't paid for the year's work I did. It pissed me off. It wasn't that hard. I had watched people fight all the time. I dodged 10 times and stabbed him once. He fell just like that. That's how I picked up the sword. I just learned a few tricks from killing others. How old were you then? 13. 14. Somewhere around there. Then what about your opponents? They were some unskilled third-rate vagabonds. Do you think I would have willingly fought first-rate martial artists? He reached this point without his household's martial techniques. Was it genetics? I guess he's just talented then. Wait, are you Soul Chaser? People used to call me that 10 years ago. I didn't know the infamous Soul Chaser was my age. Anyway, is your mouth a water fountain? Why do you keep spitting out food? You're the Soul Chaser that won those 100 life or death battles. To be exact, it was 102. But it's all shallow talk. No need to make a ruckus over it. Yub. There are two younger and more impressive people here anyway. Not at all. You're pretty amazing. Yeah, you're pretty strong. Not stronger than me though. Are you insulting me right now? Nah, all. I am though. Is there no stronger drinks here? I would like some. Thanks for everything, Miss Jew. I would love to stay longer, but I think I better get going now. I see. Do you want to walk with me for a bit? Let's walk. The flowers in the garden are in bloom right now. Alright. Let's go. The timing should be perfect if we look at the flowers a bit and then leave. I'm gonna go use the toilet. You're even worse than a beggar, you idiot. What? What? Get up, Mr. Chong Peng. We're leaving soon. Dumpling. You're a very interesting person. Really? Yes. Sometimes, you can be very frustrating, but... Well, that's a good thing in a way. What? Is she being sarcastic or what? Wow, the moon is so bright tonight. Miss Jew, did you know that the moon shines because it reflects the sunlight? What? No, I'm serious. It's what the research, it's what a scholar told me. Troll, okay, I trust you. Anyways. Here. Is this? Yeah. The 100-year snow ginseng. It's not much compared to what you've done for us, but will you accept it? Just so that I feel a bit better. Do I take it or not? Then thanks. Mr. Jean. Yes, Miss Jew. Could I do well? I'm scared. It's alright even if you don't do well. You're human, after all. It's fine if you don't do well or if you don't have the energy. You just have to keep doing as you have been and follow the flow. At your own pace. Step by step. Don't you think that's good enough? Miss Jew's eyes were swollen earlier. Did she cry? He noticed. What does he have such sharp eyes for? What's that? This? She's such a terrible liar. She's too kind. It's the 1,000-year snow ginseng. What?